Hey, my name is Vikas Sharma, and this presentation is on mitigation technique for sinkhole attacks in low-power IoT network. My supervisor is Ranesh Naha and Hugh Newman. The Internet of Things is a revolutionary connected environment where many tiny devices are interconnected and they share data over a network. So this could range from a microphone to a music library or to a video. But if it changes a data over a network, over internet, it is considered as IoT. There is a subset of IoT which lack resources such as memory, storage, and computational power. There's a special protocol for them called RPL. In recent years, IoT has seen tremendous growth, but the growth has also come with several concerns regarding privacy and security. Well, due to the same limitation of lack of memory, storage, and computational power, these devices are also incredibly vulnerable to attacks. One of the most dangerous attacks that can be performed on such a network is called sinkhole attack. In this particular attack, the malicious node promotes itself as the shortest path to the base station, which attracts all the neighboring nodes to direct the traffic towards the malicious node. And then the malicious nodes can then drop the packets or alter the data in the packets before passing them to the base station. As you can see in this diagram, this is the malicious node and this is connected to a base station. And these are all the neighboring nodes. Uh, and the malicious node, what it does is it attracts all the traffic from a normal node to itself. And then it can decide whether it want to drop the packet or whether it needs to alternate the data in the packet and then can send it to the base station. But in this study, we developed a mitigation technique using a trust-based and cryptographic method against sinkhole attacks in two situations: when the malicious node drops the packet and when it alters the data inside the packets. Well, the mitigation technique that we are going to come up with and implement, this is all going to be done inside CUDA Simulator, which is provided by a Kentucky operating system. And it is a great tool to simulate a network environment, especially a low-powered network environment. As you can see, these are the nodes, and then you can start a simulation. You can see all kind of logs in CUDA Simulator. Regarding a cryptographic method, there are essentially two major cryptographic method available. It's symmetric and asymmetric encryption. In symmetric encryption, the message is encrypted by using a single key, and the same key is used to decrypt the message and encrypt the message. The keys are relatively cheap to produce, and the key size is small for the protection it provides. Whereas on the other hand, asymmetric key encryption is based on public and private key encryption techniques. It uses two different keys to encrypt and decrypt the message. Asymmetric methods are computationally heavy and require a lot of resources to encrypt and decrypt the message. Caesar cipher, which is a symmetric encryption, it is a very lightweight cryptography that requires low computational power. What it does is it shifts the alphabet by a fixed number of positions. This is what we'll be using for encrypting the data while we're sending between the nodes inside CUDA simulator. How we are going to perform test cases is as follows. So we're going to perform 4 test cases. For the first test case, there are going to be 11 normal nodes, 1 sync node, and 0 malicious node. For test case 2, we'll introduce 1 malicious node into the network and see how sinkhole attack operates without any protection. In test case 3, we provide trust-based protection to the network. And then we see how the network is performing with a malicious node inside it. And in test case 4, we provide a crypto-based protection, and we see how the network is performing with 1 malicious node. So these are the results. In test case 1, we can see that all every node shows the same temperature. As there is no malicious nodes in this network, this was expected behavior. We could see that the graph in every node on an average sends the same number of packets to the base station. We can also see that the power consumed by each node is somewhat same, is just slightly different. This is because of the positions they were placed in. So so nodes that are present near a base station will have more traffic coming towards it, and it will consume more power. But in the second test case, we can see a drastic change in terms of power, temperature, and packets. We can see there's only three data available in here because all the rest of the data collected by the sinkhole node was completely dropped. This goes to show how impactful a single sinkhole node could be. Only nodes that were in the range of the root node were able to communicate with it, and all the other traffic was attracted to the malicious node and then dropped. In the third test case, we introduce our trust-based mitigation technique, which proves to be significantly impactful. If you closely look at the graphs on the left, you can see there is one node missing in particular, which is node number 12. Because node number 12 was a malicious node, it was removed by our trust-based technique as it determined it as a malicious node. In test case 4, we see a very similar effect. We introduce the cryptographic method. It produces the same result as test case 3. We can show in the logs that the encrypting and decrypting are working. So basically, in this network, now the communication is taking part over encryption and decryption. So you can see whenever a client or a server sends any message, it is first converted into a hash, and then it is acknowledgement is sent back to the client, and then it is decrypted, and then it is processed and moved on forward. Well, if I had another 6 months, I would really like to investigate more efficient cryptographic algorithms and come up with techniques against denial of service and wormhole attacks, which are much more lethal routing attacks when we're talking about RPL networks. Thank you very much.